Hello, welcome to another SCLC Today's program, the Southern Christian Leadership Conference. Ladies and gentlemen, we are so excited to be involved with not only you as you listen to us and watch us and view us on a weekly basis. We want to feel like we're at your coffee table, we're at your dinner table. We want you to know that this is serious business, and we are here to do just what is right. Silence in the face of evil is evil itself. Evil does not discriminate. Black, white, green, blue, red, or purple. It does not discriminate. The evilness that's in our society, we must eradicate the evilness of violence, and particularly the use of guns. That's why we must be able to communicate. We're human beings, not like a bunch of alligators on top of each other or someone else, or a pack of wolves out to destroy and just beat up on and bring about a destruction in terms of their environment. Now we're taking on the imitation of the wildness, or the Wild West of the wildness. Dodge City is back again, where you have no permits for guns, no background checks, where people who are supposedly be very aware and informed of the humane aspect of society are just letting people through the laws that we are creating and we are passing, letting people live even in the homelessness of this country. A lot of destruction, a lot of violence. You don't have people who need to be given medical help as well as mental help. The concern is being a human race. We're not a pack of wolves. We're not in the wilderness. We're not sleeping on the logs or in trees. Someone was telling me they got a tree house that they sleep in, sleeping in cars, going through the garbage cans, looking for something to eat. But it's bigger than that. People don't care until they know that you care. And America is the richest country in the world. And all I'm saying is that we have a responsibility for all God's children to have hope within our society. I heard a leading person say, and I'm not going to call their names, that's really a federal official, that to curtail the inflation and the potential of what we're going to have in a recession, we need more unemployment. And the first thing crossed my mind, why don't you become unemployed? And why don't you stop taking your residuals from what you are receiving? More unemployment? I always heard that all Americans who want to work should work and be productive and have a quality of life. How in the world can you say we need more unemployment? Ladies and gentlemen, let me just say this. We don't need more unemployment. We need more employment because of the fact of the curtailing of inflation actually comes from rich folks making so much money they are buying up impoverished communities, owning the properties and subletting them out to poor people. I've witnessed many a times throughout this country, not just here in Atlanta, but throughout this country, where dealing with the opportunity zone, supposedly, you have to be a multi-millionaire, billionaire in order to participate. But these folks with the money go buy up impoverished communities, buildings, and businesses, and lease them out, sublet them out to people who are not financially sustainable. And they're there pigeonholing, trying to create an opportunity for themselves when they put themselves further in debt because they have no resources. They have no accessibility to resources, which equates to money. It's not there, ladies and gentlemen. But you bring about the ownership of the rich getting richer and they subletting the buildings to these people who are paying them monthly, and they can't even open up their business because they have to renovate what has been sublet to them. Ladies and gentlemen, I know because I don't just stay in my office. I travel the world, and I know the feelings in the complex. I know here on Auburn Avenue in Atlanta, Georgia, we have people sleeping under our breezeway. Not only do they sleep, they use the restroom. Number one and number two. We have to cross over them in the morning. Every morning, every night, they're here, and we're going to have to enclose our breezeway and secure ourselves just as we are in prison. We can't let folks just walk in anymore. We have to know who we're dealing with. Mental illness is real, and this country needs to deal with it. I was talking to someone the other day. People who used to go to the doctor's office for general checkups, for the eye testing, hearing, and being provided for all holistic approaches of their health. People not going to the doctors no more because of the pandemic and because of they can't afford it, even with the copay, even with the lateness of maybe cancering because an emergency come up, and 78% of people in America cannot afford a $500 emergency. Dr. King believed in redistribution of the wealth. America, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You see what's going on. The rich is getting richer, and they care nothing about the poor. Who was it? Victor Hugo, who made the statement, and I cherish that statement. There's more misery among the poor than there is humanity among the rich. I'll say that again. Victor Hugo, and I quote, said there's more misery among the poor than there is humanity among the rich. We are going to have to be healed in America. In the religious community, I'm challenging you. The education community, I'm challenging you. The business community, I'm challenging you. We need to raise money and bring about a healing process of America. America must and has to lead the way in terms of humanity for all God's children. Ladies and gentlemen, evil does not discriminate. Evil does not hesitate. The evilness within the demonic, diabolical society, which means evil, diabolically, that's where we're going as a society. The evilness of being diabolical inclined. That's who we are. And you don't clean it up until you recognize it and do something about it. Thank you so much. I've enjoyed talking to you because this is a great day that we have a chance to eradicate the evilness and the violence from our society. I just talked to Martin Luther King III, and we're talking about the 60th reenactment of the March on Washington. He's very motivated. I'm very motivated. We support Martin Luther King III and the King family. And thank you, Martin, for doing what you're doing to continue on the reenactment and the commemoration of the 1963 March on Washington. It wasn't easy then, and it's not easy now. And I think about all the people I've been around who in their own rights, unsung, and those who has been celebrated. The unsung is just as important as the celebration of the leaders. We thank you, but I've been there, and I've learned from them, and I'm still learning, but I'm still keeping the movement and the vision of Dr. King, Dr. Joseph Lowry, Dr. Abernathy, Reverend David Abernathy, and all the other leaders and their wives. Dr. Lowry, who led a great movement for 21 years. I'm the second oldest to leading SCLC under the umbrella of Dr. Lowry. We are still here, and we're not going anywhere. There are many people that want to make the 6 o'clock news, but we need to make our own news. How still? We need to own the network. God bless you, because love is what love does, and I love you.